Welcome to the Bruce County Museum and Cultural Center's online collections search tips video. This site contains descriptions and some images of books, photographs, archival records, and objects. What you see on the site represents only a small percentage of the holdings at the museum and archives. You may visit or contact us to discover whether additional resources are available for your area of interest. Let's get to the search tips. We'll focus on searching people, photographs, places, and more. We'll start with people. When searching for a particular person, the most effective method will be to use the term search button in the top menu bar. This will search all items in the collection, including photos, archival documents, objects, and books. On that page, you will see a people section organized alphabetically. If you are searching for George Whitford Nelson, for example, click on the N, the first letter of the last name. You may then scroll down the list or jump ahead more quickly by pressing Ctrl F on the keyboard and typing in the name Nelson. You may then wish to investigate items listed under Nelson family, which could include family histories. In this case, the specific name we're looking for is listed, so I'm going to click on it to explore the results here. Any blue headings are clickable. You may click on the name at the top to see whether any biographical information has been added to the site. Here there is a bit of information about George, and below is a list of items in online collections containing a reference to him. When viewing your search results, please note that the thumbnail image is not always a complete representation of the item itself. In this case, there are actually 21 letters and 9 postcards, all of which have images attached. In other cases, such as ledgers or scrapbooks, I'll switch to an example here. There may only be a few images or one to provide a sampling of the contents of the item. So it's best to read through the descriptive information to fully understand the item and its size. Going back to George's letters, to view a larger image, click on the thumbnail. To scroll through images in this view, hover your mouse over the left and right edges to see the arrows appear, and click on the arrows. Identification numbers are included in the caption and may match with the numbers in the descriptive field. Keep in mind that your person of interest may be mentioned in other resources not listed here, such as local history books or the Women's Institute Tweedsmuir Community Histories. This person, for example, has an attachment to Erin Township. If you were to come to the research room or borrow that book from the library, you may or may not find a reference to him in it. We'll review more about searching for those books later. This brings us to searching places. We'll start to look for photos and later search for historical information. If you're looking for images in particular, the best place to begin is the photos section of the site. If the place name contains 2 words, such as Barrow Bay, you will need to put quotation marks around the phrase for accurate results. Some images are not published online due to copyright issues or donor restrictions. They're described here because you may look at them in the research room and you may be permitted to copy them for research or personal study, but we do not have permission to feature the images online. If you wish to exclude those from your search results, you may click the Items with Images Only button and then re-click Search. If you're searching for a town, village, or even a hamlet's main street or storefronts along a street, use the word downtown. For example, we'll search Chesley and downtown. You need to insert the word and there. This list will include items that contain the word Chesley in the description and the word downtown as a subject term. Here in the results list, I'll mention these items that include a K in the object ID. They are part of the Krug family phone of 22,000 negative images. So this is a description of the entire negative strip, and each strip contains images from different places and events. Here, the Chesley downtown images are fairly obvious, but you may use Ctrl F on your keyboard to locate the precise search term. If I happen to be looking for Tara, I can see here that negative numbers 12 to 14 are relevant. To find the image, click on the thumbnail at the left and verify the number in the caption at the bottom. Due to the number of places and subjects in these negatives, it is possible to have a strip appear in your results without it actually relating directly to the specific image you're looking for. Another common search is for lighthouses. So you may search using the place name, such as Kincardine, the word and lighthouse. Now, what some people commonly refer to as a lighthouse are also known as range lights. So for an exhaustive search, you want to try that term as well in quotation marks if you're looking for the type of lighthouse that is a range light. Here I'll use an asterisk to ensure that it will search range light as well as the plural lights. An asterisk will find any words starting with the letters in front of the asterisk. Here you can note in the results that there may be multiple pages of search results shown at the bottom. If you haven't found what you're looking for in the photos section, you should also include a search of the archive sections. Items that are part of an album or part of a larger collection of archival material may also be described here. The advanced search page can help narrow or expand your results as well. Here we'll search the photos and archive sections. Here is a field in which to enter a place name. You'll have to use quotation marks here again for places containing two words, such as Port Elgin. If you want to search for images of multiple places, add the other place, Southampton. We won't use the word and here because we want to find records that are related either to Port Elgin or Southampton, and would find items that feature both places in the same image. Object name is where you'll want to identify that you're looking for photographs, postcards, or digital images. I'm using an asterisk with photos so that it will capture the word photograph, photos, or photographic prints. We're using postcard, which is one word, and image will capture digital images. If you like to use this advanced search page to search for people, you'll need to use and as a connector, such as Victor and Tranter. This is because you never know whether a name is referred to with a middle name or whether the last name is first or the first name is first. So this will find them all. The subject field can be very useful here as well. But to see what terms we use in the subject field, go to the term search page. Here's a subject section, and you can search from here as well. So for example, you'll see here that when we're cataloging, we frequently use the word automobiles instead of cars. If you want to search all items that we have attached the subject term automobiles to, you click here, and then you can review the items. Again, this is searching all parts of the website. Back to searching places by leaving photographs and entering the library section here. If you're particularly interested in books about the history of a place, the best section to start in is the library. This describes items that are housed in our research room. Although the archive section does also contain some books, booklets, and other reference material. But here, in searching Kinloss Township, you'll see that there are books devoted to the history of the township, as well as family histories, which should have families connected to that township. The record itself will provide a brief description, sometimes including a table of contents, as well as a number of pages. Sometimes there are people's names listed here, but it's often not an exhaustive list of everyone mentioned in the item, especially if it's a large book. These names may be featured in headings in the book or in photographs. The books themselves may be viewed in the research room and possibly some of them at Bruce County Public Library branches as well. One thing to note, if you click on the places here, it will take you out of this library section and back into the term search section, which includes results from all part of the site. Library archives, photos, and objects. So you'll see here that we have lists including reports, maps, minutes, and any kind of item related to that location of Kinloss Township. You can also get to this search by going back to the term search page and seeing the descriptions at the top that the search terms section relates to places. Finally, here are a few tips on using the keyword searches. You may always use the keyword search on the home page, or the keyword search page itself also lists some of the tips we've been discussing. If searching for military diaries or letters, for example, see the necessary World War keywords here. To search for diaries from World War I, for example, enter First World War in quotation marks, the connector and the word I'm going to use DIAR asterisks. So this will get results for diary as well as diaries. Here's a results list. One thing to watch for when looking at letters and diaries here, that if there is a transcription, you will see this field in a link which opens as a PDF. You may generally use your browser back button to go back to the original diary entry. If you're looking for a rural school, the tips on the keyword search here give you the format to search. So we'll search for SS number 2 Carrick, which stands for school section number 2. Alternatively, you may search for all schools in Carrick Township using the word Carrick and school. This keyword search is searching the archives, photos, library, and objects sections. So you will see a variety of items whose descriptions contain both the word school and the word Carrick. Here, I'll mention that if you see a description of an item that is incomplete or incorrect, or if you are able to identify some unidentified people in the image, please hit the Send Us Feedback button to provide the names or corrections. You may also email us using archives@brucecounty.on.ca. To finish off our tips, we'll go to the Objects section, which consists of descriptions of three-dimensional objects. If you're just curious and want to look at some interesting historical items, hit the Random page. You may continue to view more images by clicking View More Images at the bottom. When you see something that interests you, click on the number or the image and view the catalog record for more detail. Again, the items here are only a small percentage of the museum and archives' overall holdings. For more information about other resources generally available in the Archives and Research Room, go to brucemuseum.ca, which you can get to by clicking on the logo at the top. In the Collections and Research section of that site, we recommend exploring all the links, and in particular, the Search Our Archives page. It contains other inventories and finding aids not in online collections. There's also information here about ordering digital images and paid research requests. As always, feel free to contact us with questions. We hope you enjoy exploring online collections and wish you success in your research. We hope to see you soon in the museum and in the Archives and Research Room.